So one of the things that Obama was recently complaining about was that he felt the press was being very unfair to him, that they were being more critical to him. And John Daly had Hillary Clinton on his show, said it just before the election. Said It Live had Hillary Clinton on the show, and they kept, in the last couple of weeks, they've been having these skits constantly about how the press has been easy on Obama and hard on Hillary. And so this week, he's been on attack because of the Tony Resco scandal. This memo that was supposed to be leaked from the Canadian government saying that he really didn't mean what he said about the NAFTA treaty, and that it was nothing but political a ploy to get people to vote, especially in Ohio, since the loss of some 250,000 jobs after NAFTA was created. So what do you think about this particular election? What does that mean, these particular victories for Hillary Clinton? Does that mean this thing is over in terms of Obama's run, or do we have a chance to see Hillary Clinton take this thing all the way?
Well, I think at this point it's probably, I'm not sure what was on the minds of the people in Texas or in Ohio, why they changed the momentum towards Hillary Clinton. But I think there's something to do with the fact that a lot of people are enjoying the exchange between the Democratic primaries between the two leading candidates, because if you look at it, it's really one of the most interesting primaries that we've been through in a very long time. I know many times you've mentioned and other people have mentioned that there's not very many differences between the two candidates. Right. So it's interesting that now at this end section that they're now starting some of the mudslinging, right. Some of the, unrelated issues. I thought, for instance, that commercial that Hillary Clinton ran, I thought if that's what turns the mind of individuals towards Hillary Clinton, we're in a lot of trouble. But we did elect Bush for a second term, so who knows what's going on in the minds of the American people.
The thing was interesting, some comedians said if Hillary woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, instead of worrying about what's going on, she should be turning to see where Bill is at.
That's low blow.
That's what the comedian said.
But it's interesting, and I think we've talked about this before. When you spend that much money on airtime, say something substantial. It just seems like a waste to use all the smoke and mirrors to try and either sling mud at the other candidate or give the illusion, that you're more qualified than the other person. Say something that's going to actually tell people what your positions are and why you are the better candidate.
Yeah, I think that it's very interesting, and you wonder when you look at someone like Lauren Michael from Saturday Night Live, which has been consistently doing this, what his political philosophy is, because obviously in the airtime that she got before the election, especially with both the shows that she was on, kind of gave her a boost and it kind of gave her more recognition before the elections. And I think that the thing is, when we talk about NAFTA, we have to be honest about what we talk about. There's videotapes on the internet showing Hillary Clinton saying that it was a good thing. So, and guess what? There's nothing wrong with saying that if that's what you believe. But don't pretend, like she said, he was pretending in a state where a lot of people are out of jobs. Now, 60 Minutes, which someone reminded me of, I actually saw the piece, they were talking to some people in Ohio, and it's very interesting, and it really shows you the power of the media. There was a group of guys that were saying, white men, they were talking about who they were going to vote for, and this was like in the southern part of Ohio. And they asked him, so, well, are you going to vote for Obama? And he said, no, we're not going to. I was leaning toward Obama, but then I started seeing stuff on the internet, saying that he's a, closet Muslim and all this other stuff like that, and, how he's going to do all these things when he gets into the government. And a lot of people at the last minute changed their votes toward Clinton. Now, I'm wondering, is it because of her positions, or is it because of the way the media has portrayed him lately?
Yeah, and again, that concerns me just because even a lot of the political blogs that I've read about people who are supporting Hillary Clinton, their basis for supporting her is really kind of vague. I've heard it's actually kind of embarrassing for the person who said it, but I heard one person say, well, you know, when they had before they had the primaries in New York, they said, well, she's our senator. Of course I have to vote for her. And I'm thinking, okay, because you live in New York and she's the senator, you know, of your state, you have to vote for her for the president of the United States. That's, you know, that's kind of, and then there was another one where, and it was somebody who was pretty high up there in the political correspondence arena, and she was saying that, well, I said I was going to vote for her, and I'm a person of my word, so I'm sticking with it. I mean, times change, ideas change, people express things that may make you change your mind about them. So to now just say, I gave my word, so I'm doing this no matter what, is still kind of vague and really has not a strong basis in why you're going to elect the future president of the United States.
Yeah, I would hope that people are out there doing the quote-unquote thing that's called being a citizen, and being an educated citizen by actually looking at the facts that are out there pertaining to both of their qualification as well as their voting records. I mean, it's there for you to look at.